Release the Kraken!
Welcome back, fellow game designers. In our last video we went ahead and made the gloves for Jill, and in this one we're going to go ahead and make the knee pad. So I'm going to jump down to the knee here, get nice and centered up. Let's go ahead and save our work. File, save as. This will be number 15, Burger King foot lettuce. And then I'll jump into my front view here. Center up over where the knee pad is. And we're actually going to use a new tool today. So if we come over to our toolbox, go ahead and hit that. Scroll down, we have down here a tool called Quad Draw. This is pretty awesome. It lets you do some fancy things. To make this shape, we actually want to create like a round section and have that wrap around the body. The easiest way to do that is to use a live tool. So we're going to make this live. So if I hit the little horseshoe up here, you see it's surrounded by green, and I hit that. It's going to make my model live. You can see I can no longer select it, but what that does is it allows me to stick things to it. So if I make a cube, for example, and I drag that cube sticks to my model. And that is really cool. Okay, I'm going to just delete the cube there. And instead, we're going to use Quad Draw. So I'm going to come over, grab Quad Draw. And if I hover over my model here, you can see I can click to add a point. So I'll make 4 points here because 4 points make a quad. Hold down Shift and then click, and suddenly I've drawn a face, and that face is drawn stuck to my model. And that's really cool because I can just continue this and draw the shape that I want and work around the shape of my model without having to go through and realign all the vertices, right? So I'm going to jump into my front view again, and let's line this up. I'm going to go ahead and just line it up with the round portion of the shape here. I think that's good. And I come over to the side and go ahead and just click these 2 points, hold Shift, and then click to add a face there. And you can see this is supposed to kind of come out around the knee. So we're going to have to build this as we go, but we can't click an empty space. Okay? We'll go ahead and continue working on the knee shape. Go get the top there. Let's go ahead and do the bottom. 4 points. 2 points. And I'll just go ahead and click, and then hold Shift to fill in the middle. And I'll do the outside over here. Same thing over there. Okay, and now I can fill in the middle. So if I hover my mouse over while holding Shift, you can see it's going to try to fill in spaces. It's a bit finicky, but you're trying to get this long bar right about here. And then click. I'll do the one next to it, and then click. And then we can split this by holding Control. It gives us a cutting edge, and then click. I'll go into my perspective view, and you can see what we're making. This is shaping around our knee. I'm going to go ahead and hit Q. Turn off my tool. I'll go ahead and uncheck the live option. Let's go into object mode. I'll grab the body. And what I want to do is just make these knees a little bit more knobby. So I'll go get my sculpting tool. Come down and get, go ahead and get my inflate brush here. That's this little one with the bubble on it. I'm going to hover my mouse out, B, and then drag to get a good sized brush. And then right where my knee is supposed to be, I'm going to go ahead and just click and drag to try to bubble this out. Let me go ahead and change my brush settings. I'll make this 0.2. And I'll do that again. You can see as I'm painting, I am gradually pulling out that knee shape. I'm trying to pull it out, but make it round as I go. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Okay, once you're happy with that, hit Q. Go back into your object selection, grab your model. We're going to make that live again. And I'm going to go down and find my Quad Draw selection, which is right there. You can also hit 4 to go into wireframe and then select it from there. Press 6. And now that we have our selection, let's go back into Quad Draw. I'll hit that. You can see that draws it. You can see how far away our model is. So if I hold Shift, and then you can see we have a relax option. I'll just click and drag on here, and you can see it's going to pop it in line with the model. We can really get that knee shape in here. Okay, it's better. Now I want to go and make this a circular cut, so I'm going to pull this one in, like so. And I'll do that, pull this one out and in, and I'll put 2 dots back here. Hold Shift, you can see how that creates a circle. Hold Shift, now we have a circle. And then I can hold Shift in the middle and fill that in. I'll do the same thing over here. So I'll pull that one back, pull that down, put 2 dots, hold Shift, click in the middle, hold Shift, click in the middle, I'll adjust that, and then Shift to click in the middle for those. And now we have the knee pad, and it's formed up on the knee. Now if you take a look, our knee pad does expand. It has this extra band up here, and that leads into the strap. So let's go ahead and make that. So I'll go ahead and hold Control. It's going to let me cut a ring into here, and then I can shape that up more in line with that view. And I can just grab these points here. Can I do the same thing down here? And then over here where it's kind of jagged, I can hold down Shift, and then I can use my Relax option to try to smooth this out. Okay, I'm going to hit Q to get out of my tool, go to Object Selection, and then I'm going to smooth this. So I'm going to go up to Mesh, come down and hit Smooth. That's going to smooth our selection. Go into object mode, I'll grab it, go back into Quadra, and now we can add on these straps. So to get the straps, I'll find a good spot for it. Let's say I like this one, and I can start drawing these in. So I'll add a point or two. Now I've got my straps. I'll do the same thing down here. Pick a good spot. You can start wherever you like to add on your straps. I like back here. And I'm just going to go around the leg, adding those on. And then 1, 2. Now I have 6 faces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 6 faces going around the leg there. I try to shoot for an even number because it divides a lot nicer. And then one more. Okay. And then I can divide it again, so I'll just put a cut here. So 1. I'll just smooth it using Shift. Okay, let's move this more in line. I'm going to go around and add in a couple more cuts. So maybe in between here, I'll add one and smooth this out. Like that one's good. Move this one over, cut here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, move that over. I'll do the split in the middle to give me 10. Do the same thing kind of up here. Move it over, add a cut, 1, 2, 3, 4. Five. Let's double check our count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need a cut here. And then I need one more cut about there. So let's say I'm happy with that. I need to start smoothing this so it pops into the knee here. So hold shift and I'll just go ahead and just smooth around this until it fills in that knee space. And just check your camera angles to make sure you're getting pretty close to the mesh. Alright, I'm going to hit Q to get rid of my tool. Go into Object Selection. Let's go ahead and unlive the body by clicking the little horseshoe. Grab the body, hit H. So we have the outer shell of our knee pads. And now we need to do some extrusion and really get that knee to sell. So I'll go up to Poly Modeling. I'll hit Extrude. And then I'll pull the blue arrow to pull that out. Let's turn the body back on. So let's go ahead and find that. Looks like it's under here somewhere. There it is. I think that's good enough. I'll go up, I'll get this face up here. Let's turn on soft select by hitting B. And I'll just pull that forward. I'm going to go into component selection, hold W, hold left click, and then go to component. And that way this will go an angle in the direction of that face. I can just pull these out, just so they're not sinking into the leg here. Go grab that edge. There we go. Looks good. I'm going to go into face selection. Hit B to turn off soft select, and I want to pull out the middle of the knee pad here. I'm going to go up to here, hold shift, double click. I'll do that again to grab this ring. And then I'll use tab to kind of selection fill. Go ahead and hit extrude. Pull that out. And then I'll hit scale, and I'll scale in the middle. That looks pretty good. I'm going to grab just this middle selection. So in here, hold tab and just select that middle. Hit W. I'm going to hold down W, hold down left click, go to world selection. Let's pull that forward. So yeah, so now we have that knee pad. And of course you can bevel this edge if you want a smoother one, so I can go into edge mode, double click this outer edge, hold shift, hold right click, and then bevel. So we got that. And I can do the same thing on these outer edges. I can just double click this, hold shift, double click the back edges. Check on the other side. And then hold shift, hold right click, bevel. There we go. I think that's pretty good. Now we have some knee pads. I think that'll do it for now. Let's go ahead and save our work. And the next one we'll do the elbow. So stay tuned, and I shall see you next time. Hey guys, thanks for checking out my channel. Misty and I both thank you. If you enjoyed that video you just watched, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Also, if you'd like to support the channel, there's Lame Duck Studios merch. Grab yourself a cool hat, sweater. You can always check out my Patreon, where you can get access to exclusive content just for my patrons, as well as videos ad-free ahead of time. Or pick up one of my books. The Life and Times of Dinah Marton is about a criminal psychologist who moonlights as a serial killer, and The Guardian's Path of Ascension is about 5 teens who realize they have the power of gods and have to save the universe. Both of those are available on Amazon. There are links down in the description. And The Guardians is going to be converted into a comic book. I'm working with my artist Patrick. We're pretty excited. We're shooting for an October release. You can see some of the work that's been done here. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time.